Now, what do these terms mean? Scalar means it has only a magnitude, so only a value but no direction.
Scalar lavaina value angi chikpuyo res direction yoma res lar only magnitude.
And vector quantity means it has both magnitude and direction.
And call a magnitude angi ayo res value ayo res and direction ayo res lar.
So let's look at our example here. When you travel to your friend's house like this, the distance was 70 meters.
किसी केना टोपो गिनाला दुष्ट डोवाइनास दुष्टो अनि दुष्ट वाइनास lar distance the 70 meter race.
But there's no direction specified.
Then a direction mixes kete minduas lar.
But if you look at displacement, our
displacement la yaku chinata vainas.
Displacement has a value of 50 meters.
Displacement dinga zo 50 meter less was.
Now what is the direction?
Direction kharcha do race
from the initial to the final position.
Initial ne final position batula.
So if this is the north in the map, our direction is going to be northeast.
And in
so your displacement will be 50 meters in the northeast direction.
And the displacement kharcha do lana north 50 meter in a northeast direction cha do is lar. Okay. Kanje distance with direction. Distance check direction danyam do yuna dila kaduna displacement sigire is lar. Okay.
Let's put distance and displacement on our concept board.
And concept board kalanga jo disha.
Now let's talk about
distance lavaina total length covered, total length khachu droyeme ani displacement lavaina shortest distance from initial to final position. Dicha do is lar. Okay. Dakara thidu samsinge redwa. Okay.
And displacement on our concept board. Now let's talk about speed. Speed is defined as rate of change of distance.
The speed ko leke chhe was speed lavaina rate of change of distance race. So rate of ladugala khaddu nakina jo khari tema shower lana divided by time. Divided by rate lana chita ne physics nala rate lavaina time la ko ordalo ondi tema sharo cha.
Now whenever you see this word rate, it means divided by time. So the formula of speed is distance by time.
So speed khaddu ina kharcha dona distance upon time chadure is lar. Okay.
Now let's take a look at our example. The distance we had traveled was 70 meters.
So distance.
Now let's say you took 1 minute 40 seconds.
And the time the kamachik the second shipchu gore vacha shows
to reach your friend's house. So how many seconds is that? That's right, 100 seconds.
Se kamachik the second shipchu the second lagurna SI unit of time the posu second rida. Time khadu calculate china second lapa portalo. Yene second ti na dagana re. Distance khadu ina meter la. So 1 minute 40 second ladu 100 second rawa. Kamachik la second tukchu yarwa. Tukchu gala shipchu domna gya. Okay.
Now let's plug in the values and calculate your speed. So speed is going to be 70 meters by 100 seconds. So that's 0.7 meter per second.
So ngazo ki distance the 70 meter re, time the 100 second re, speed ki formula the distance upon time re, and a distance the 70 meter, time the 100 second sha, and it divide tawaina the 0 cut, and it 0 chik madla maso 0 chik itsabla the point sha 0.7 meter per second. Meter per second. Tata ledwa. Okay, dushin lip gire is lare. Speed saga tawaina.
So that's the SI unit of speed because it's distance by time. So the unit is meter per second. Now let's talk about velocity. Velocity is defined as the rate of change of displacement.
So velocity lavaina sarwa rate of change of displacement chadu is like displacement. Okay. So speed the velocity chita dau rete hine chikla distance yore chikla displacement yore. Okay. Chik scalar quantity re chik vector quantity re. Dagara shamba keper ke yo mare.
So similar to speed, the formula is going to be displacement by time.
So
now let's look again at our example. So our displacement was 50 meters and the time is the same, 1 minute 40 seconds. So what is your velocity? That's right, 50 meters by 100 seconds. So that's 0.5 meter per second.
Okay, the goes to displacement ngapchu imba chasha shows time the 100 second rangja gorwa chasha shows chasha da puzurwa and velocity khachedu na displacement upon time the velocity khachere displacement ngapchu imba time 100 imba and the dini divide tangna okay 0.5 meter per second right is like okay.
So speed and velocity have the same unit, meter per second. So just like distance and displacement were scalar vector pairs, so are speed and velocity. And it's easy to remember. S for speed, S for scalar. V for velocity, V for vector.
So speed the khadina puto scalar quantity race, v the khadina velocity rawa, velocity the khadina vector quantity race.
Now let's go back to our example. The speed we found out was 0.7 meter per second.
Speed the 0.7 meter per second ras one.
But there's no sense of direction
In a
because
direction
it's
came into alar, okay.
a scalar quantity.
Then the scalar quantity
And
race.
what was our velocity? That's right.
Velocity
0.5 meter per
0.5
second.
meter per sec che.
So what is the direction of the velocity here?
Velocity ki direction kare. Direction aja ligira northeast. Thank you northeast team but displacement rawa.
It's along the northeast direction. So the complete answer of velocity will be 0.5 meters per second northeast because it's a vector quantity. Now let's say you came back from your friend's house using this path. But this
Da kira tropo ginane dus chinitsu law lerda. Okay. Dus chinitsu law lewa
this time you didn't walk, you borrowed your friend's bicycle and came back really fast. Let's say in 40 seconds. So let's discuss the physics terms here. What is the total distance traveled by you for your entire journey?
The total distance khazo dorelana lane khadi kegi beslar.
That is from your house to your friend's place and back. So the total distance is going to be the perimeter of this rectangle.
Total distance the rectangle the perimeter cherwa. Dene di dom cherwa and total distance.
So that's 40 plus 30 meters and 40 plus 30 meters. So that's a total of 140 meters.
The total 140
that is the total
meter
distance traveled by you.
Total distance the meter gyada shipchu chadurwa. Okay, gangza dom gurwa. Total distance reda.
Now what is your displacement?
The displacement khazo
So your initial position was your house.
Initial position kira nang imbas.
And that's also your final position because
Dela nedan thanda dela final position the kira nang di chadurwa.
you're back here. So what is the shortest distance from the initial to the final position?
And then the capsula shortest distance from initial position to final position the karicha to the vessel. Okay.
That's right. Your total displacement is 0.
Dela 0 chaduru was total displacement the 0 chaduru was lar. Okay. Kajana kyora nangle initial position the final position you same redwa.
Because you're back at your home. Now let's talk about speed. But since
The speed kala
our speed is changing, once we were walking and the other time you were riding your bike. So it makes more sense to talk about average speed here.
So dela speed gyuro thipi to asla thango kyo khomba gyane dore ani dela kyo cycle tane lerwa. So dingala speed ki ko le keche shena manzu average speed la ni keche shena yagire isla. Okay.
Now speed is distance by time. So average speed is total distance by total time.
So average speed dikhadu in a total distance upon total time race.
And what is the total distance here? It's 140 meters.
140 rawa.
And what's the total time?
Total time
It
dikhadu
was
is
100 seconds plus 40 seconds.
thangi di khomba gyan to do 100 second imba cycle time le du galo 40 second ngajo ki pesha imba. So 140 divided by
So your average speed is going to work out to be 1 meter per second.
Thangi khomba gyan to do galo 100 second imba cycle time le du galo 40 second ani domna total time kajo chadugre gya gala shipchu domna gya da shipchu chadugurwa. Okay, so this is
Now let's look at average velocity.
average velocity.
So similarly, it has a formula of total displacement by total time.
And pus ding ye lapsha urwa average velocity lana total displacement by total time. So total time ngajo ha ko ore 140 total time dikira ngajo gorna 50.
But the total displacement here is 0. So
Total
that's
time
right.
the 140 imba total time the 140 total displacement ngajo total na 0 imba. So 140 ki 0 la divide ta na answer 0.